Hi everyone, how are you all doing? Let me know in the comments, where are you from? I'm from Brazil. I'm a Brazilian. So let me organize over here, get ready for you all over here because I'm gonna share with you a couple of slides as well. Hi everyone again, welcome to the Fielding English with the Fielding Learning actually. So I welcome to the Fielding English with the Fielding Learning podcast. For those joining us for the first time, thanks for subscribing and hanging out with us. I'm Maria Fielding. As I said, I am Brazilian. I like to say that because I am Brazilian. I see a lot of people from Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, from India, so all around the world. So I have been living in the United States since 2016. And this election is the first time, this presidential election is the first time that I voted. I voted before, but was for the state election, and now this time I voted for president. So today we are diving into the election vocabulary that you really need to know. Whether you are just tuning in because of the election or just want to brush up on your English, this is the right place for you. Even if elections aren't your thing, because it's not my thing either. I don't like it. Trust me, this is the perfect way to add some new words to your vocabulary. We will go over words, essential words in English, and break down the definition and throw a couple of examples for you guys to understand in the context, okay? So ready to dive in? Let's get started. So I'm going to share with you guys the vocabulary over here on screen. So I have a couple of slides, okay? Let me just make sure that on YouTube we are okay over here. I have a lot of things going on over here, guys. So I'm multitasking. Just 1 second. Let me see, how are we over here? Let me see. I just need to make sure that you guys are seeing the same thing I'm sharing. Okay, so let's see. Let me know in the comments if you are able to see the slides. So we're talking about election vocabulary or English vocabulary. Let me just make sure that it's not. Yes, looks like everyone is seeing the same thing. Very good. All right, so let me go back over here. Okay, so the first word it's gonna be, let me just choose a different one over here. Oh, over here for you guys, and then over here as well. Let me just change. The next one is gonna be some things I'm still learning it. So let me share. Okay, over here. Share again. Over here. Because I want to show you guys the other one, which is this here. Very good. All right, let me see how you guys are seeing. So the first word is absentee ballot, okay? Absent ballot, which is submitted by a voter, is a ballot submitted by a voter who cannot be present at polling station or on the election day. Okay, so absentee ballot. So you may actually have heard that we are having a lot of absentee ballots during this this election as well. All right. So let me just make sure that yes, you guys are seeing, but I don't want this one over here. Absentee ballot. Yes, this is better. So let's see one example of absentee ballot in a context. So absentee ballot, I have over there as well. So she requested an absentee ballot because she would be out of town on election day. So as you see, because she would not be present at the polling station on election day, she requested an absentee ballot. All right, so let's see the next one. It's gonna be a ballot, okay? So for you guys over here, let me also choose a different one. So if I said that absentee ballot is a person who is not present on the election day, now a ballot is a device or paper, can be paper or electronic, by which a vote is cast in an election. Okay, so it's just like a paper, or you can do electronically or just a paper, fill the paper. Okay. An example with a ballot would be every eligible citizen has the right to cast a ballot. Okay. And also we could say ballots must be submitted before polls close on election day. The next one is going to be candidate. Candidate. I'll just change for you guys over here. Okay, over here. Candidate is a person running for an elected office. So this time we have two candidates, right? You guys know we have Kamala Harris, and also we have Donald Trump. So they are candidates, okay? So let's see, an example would be each candidate presented their stance on key issues, or the 2024 candidates focused on healthcare, the economy, and education. And remember, this podcast or this live is not about election, is not about who is going to win or whatever. It's just about election vocabulary, English vocabulary about election. So that's it. Okay, we are not going on that other direction. The next one is campaign. Let's see if it's campaign. Let me also change to you guys over here. Campaign is the organized effort to gain support for a political candidate. For example, her campaign aimed to reach young voters through social media, or campaign events across the country help candidates connect with voters. Campaign. The next one is going to be, let me see over here. Campaign, Congress. The national legislative body, or the legislative body of the US, consisting of the Senate and House of Representatives. For example, I would say many issues debated in Congress will impact the 2024 election, or Congress passed several bills related to healthcare and education. Congress. I know sometimes it's boring, to hear these words, especially if you're not actually into politics, which is my case. I'm not into politics at all. But I just felt that it's important to know some words, related to the election, to politics. So the next one is gonna be constituency. Okay, let me see over here. And I know you guys are missing my husband because he is a native English speaker, and probably um, he would actually pronounce these words without an accent because he's a native English speaker. I'm Brazilian, so I speak English with a Brazilian accent. So, but this is constituency, which is the people a politician represents, usually within a specific district or state. Let me just see over here. And the example would be each senator represents the constituency of their state. Or the candidate listened to the concerns of her constituency. I hope that's the right way, yeah, constituency. The next word is debate. Debate. Let me see over here. Debate. It's a formal discussion where candidates present and defend their viewpoints. For example, I would say a formal discussion, I would say the presidential debates are a key part of the election season, or debates allow candidates to outline their policies on national issues. This is a little bit more advanced, I would say, vocabulary for English learners, I would say, but I think if you are beginner or intermediate, it's also good to know and understand a little bit about this election, about the words that they are using during this election. The next one is democracy. Democracy is a political system where the people choose their leaders. Democracy. I would say voting is essential for a functioning democracy. Democracy relies on active participation from citizens. So democracy, you could say democracy or democracy. I think both are okay. Democracy, I would say democracy. The next word is democratic part. In this case, Democratic Party, actually. Democratic Party or party. Democratic Party. It's one of the two major political parties in the US, generally associated with progressive policies. I'm just changing it over here. Over here. So Democratic Party. Now, an example would be the Democratic Party focuses on social programs and equality, or many Democratic candidates emphasized climate action in the 2024 election. Democratic Party. And then we have the other party, which is Republican. We're going to get to that one as well. And then we have election, which is today, by the way. So the election is happening right now. And we'll see who is going to win later on today or maybe tomorrow. So election is the process by which people vote to choose leaders or decide on issues. I would say the 2024 election will decide the next president of the United States. I don't know. I don't know who is going to win. Hope is the best candidate for the population. Also, we could say elections happen every 2 years for Congress and every 4 years for the president. In Brazil is the same as every 4 years as well. And here in the United States, a president can be elect president for 2 terms, so 8 years, and then it cannot be anymore. So 2 terms. 2 terms, okay? That's the correct word. 2 terms, 2 terms. So we talked about Democratic part, we talked about election, now electoral college. Let me also put over here for you guys, Electoral College. Electoral College is the body of representatives that formally elects the president and vice president. I would say the Electoral College votes will be counted in early January, or a candidate needs 270 electoral votes to win the presidency. Oh yes, I will save this so you can go on YouTube. It's going to be there as well, and it will be saved on this platform as well, on Instagram. Okay. So Electoral College, and I may actually have to come back because I have prepared like over 50 words, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to go through them because I have to I have to leave soon to work, guys. Oh my goodness. That's life. What a life. What a life. Yes, I'll have to come back maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow with more vocabulary words, because there are so many words related to the election, and hopefully we have a good result of this election, that we will have a, you know, a happy moments, better happy moments next time. All right. So this word, so let's say this is actually good because I look over this. So I'm going to show this, the next word over here. So let's say, oh my goodness, I don't know this word. I don't know this word. Oh my goodness. So what I do is, let's see over here. I'm going to see if I have another way to show you guys. Okay, so so let's say I don't know that word, okay? Oh my gosh, I know that, okay, saying that it's the current holder of an elected office, okay? But how do I pronounce that word? If you're like me, foreigner, okay, so that is learning English. I have been learning English since 2016. I like to say that because I will be forever learning English. So let's say I don't know this word. So what do? You go on, I'm going to open my dictionary over here. I have the Merriam-Webster. And so you type, so the word over here, like that. And then what you do, you listen to, because there is a way of pronouncing. Let me see if you guys can listen.
Incumbent.
Incumbent. Oh, look at this.
Incumbent.
I don't know if you can.
Incumbent.
Incumbent. Incumbent. So if let's say you don't know how to pronounce the word, you're just looking at the dictionary, okay, and then you learn it.
Incumbent.
Incumbent. So I have my iPad over here. This is the dictionary over here that I normally use, and now we know it.
Incumbent.
Incumbent. Incumbent. And then you just keep repeating, so you go to take a shower. Incumbent. You are cooking. Incumbent. And then you keep saying it. I know it's crazy, but it's the best way to learn. All right. So let's use an example. Okay, this word incumbent in the example. It would be, let me see if I have over here. Yes, I do have. So the incumbent faced a strong challenge in the 2024 election. Or incumbents often have an advantage due to name recognition. Name recognition. So incumbent, 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 incumbent. You see, this is the way you learn it. All right, the next one is primary election. Primary election is an election to determine a political party's candidate for the general election, which we had primary election, right? So I think, did we have? My husband would know that, but yeah. So it is the one that will decide the candidate for the general election over here, primary election. Now, an example with primary election would be primary elections help narrow down each party's candidates. So shrinks, it shrinks, or narrow down means like decrease or diminish in a way, that we'll have less candidates, and then we'll, in the end, just the ones that are going to run for election. And then the next one is going to be polling station. Polling station. Polling stations are places where voters go to cast their ballots. And one thing that is really interesting, let me just find over here, that is interesting about the way that you vote here in the United States is that you have I don't know if mine is over here, a ballot, which is like the paper, and then you fill out those with pen. It's like a little bit old-fashioned, especially compared to the way that is in Brazil. In Brazil, it's all electronic. You just go there and type the numbers and then green, and then type the numbers again, and then another green, and so on for all candidates. Here, it's not like that. So the ballots the one that I got was in two languages, was English and Spanish, and you have to just, fill out the little. It's like it's really tiny, like circle, and then you but in the machine to say that your vote will be counted, because it's not counted that time, so they will still count. It's it's kind of old-fashioned, but it's the way, it's the way that it is. All right, so the next question, the next word is naturalized American. I wanted to put this word over here, this like is pretty much a phrase, because it's two words, because I am naturalized American. So, which is a person born in another country who has become a US citizen through naturalization. And as I have been mentioning, I was born in Brazil. I lived there for actually until 2020, until 2016. So my whole life, I lived there, and then I came to the United States. I got married to Eric. He will come back next for our next podcast over here. And so that's why I wanted to have this word over here, naturalized American, because you have to be an American to have the right to vote. So that's why I can vote, and I voted. Woohoo! Because I am a US citizen as well now through naturalization. Oops, I didn't put it actually for you guys. Sorry about that, okay? Sorry, I didn't put to other people over here. Naturalized American. Okay. So if you are listening to this podcast now, or if you are also watching us on YouTube, I'd like to know if you are living here in the United States, or where are you actually at now? Where are you? Are you from? Where you talk? Where are you at now? Okay. So let me just see over here. The next one is gonna be platform. Platform is a political party's stance on important issues. Okay, political party. And this is not, it's a political party, it's a platform. Let me see over here. Oh, here. So I would say, for example, a platform, the candidate's platform focused on job creation and healthcare, or both parties released their platforms for the 2024 election. So you can see the both candidates, their platforms, okay? And then it's like, based on those, you just make your choice, right? So the next one I also have over here. So the next one is going to be polling. I think I did also say polling place, or I didn't say polling place. No, I didn't. So I didn't say about polling place. So polling place, let me just find over here for you. Okay, is a designated location where people go to vote. I went to vote here. I went to a place in Brevard County. So that place was the polling place where people go to vote. And then you have a lot of stations. They ask for your ID, a valid ID, driver's license. And then you just go and vote to fill out, like those circles that I told you guys on the ballot. Okay. So every registered voter has an assigned polling place. So of course you cannot go anywhere. So let's say I am, so my polling place is here in Brevard County, but I am actually in Orlando, let's say. I cannot vote there. I have to vote in my location, or my designated location, okay? Because that is the way that it is. Now, in Brazil, if you are not in your place, so where you are designated, you're at your designated location, you can justify, they say justify your voting or your vote, just filling out a paper there, and then that means it's not going to count, but at the least you showed up. Because the biggest difference between one of the biggest, because there are so many differences, but one of the biggest difference that I see from elections in Brazil and elections in the United States is that in Brazil, pretty much you are required to vote or to justify why you couldn't vote. Here, it's not. So here, you vote if you want. It's not required. It's not mandatory. Okay? So that's one of the biggest differences that I see. Now, the next one, we did this already. Now, popular vote. Popular. This is really hard. Okay, so, oh my goodness, I'm actually having trouble with that word, no problems at all. What I do, go back to the dictionary right there, and then make sure that I'm actually saying that correctly. Let me put it for you guys.
Popular.
Popular, popular, popular. It has like a popular, popular vote, popular vote. The total number of votes cast for a candidate by the public. Okay, let's do it again.
Popular.
Popular, popular. Português would be just popular, voto popular, voto popular, 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 popular. Okay, popular vote, popular vote. Okay, it is what it is, right, guys? So oh, I didn't actually change for you. Sorry about that. Okay, let me see over here. Yeah. The next one is gonna be polls. Poll. A survey. Okay, a survey of public opinion. Okay. So polls can influence the direction of a campaign. So if people I didn't change over. So people are always watching the polls, okay? And the parties also, all the candidates, and then it depends of the polls can actually influence the direction of a campaign. Now, okay, so we see that in this state, it looks like we are not going to win. So how can we actually increase, the voters turns out or turnout in this particular place, right? Okay. So I will just go through one more. Let me see over here. Oh, I have one more because then we'd have gone through 21 words this time, and then I'll come back here another time with more. Because now we're going to talk about Republican Party. Okay, Republican Party is going to be the last one because unfortunately I don't have a lot of time anymore. Okay, so Republican Party, the same as Democratic Party, are one of the two majors. So we have two parties here in the United States. And we have another one, but the biggest parties are Republican and Democrats. So one of the two major political parties in the US, generally associated with conservative policies. This is the definition. Now, if they go really conservative, I don't know. Okay, so this is up to you. So if you can research, do your own research. Now, if we think about a sentence using Republican Party, we would say the Republican Party often emphasizes limited government. And then also we could say many Republican candidates focused on economic issues in 2024. So we have two parties, major parties in the United States. In Brazil, we have many parties. Here we have two major ones. All right, so let me go back now over here. So pretty much that's it for today's live, guys. I wish you got a little bit, you understood and then you learned a little bit about some of the must known words in related to the election. And today is the election day. If you have the right to vote, please go and vote. Okay, because it's easy to vote, so go there and vote. If you are a foreigner and you're not going to vote, but this is important for you to understand a little bit about the election in the United States, okay? Just not exactly the election, but to have some vocabulary words in your minds. Okay, it is really important because you're going to read, news, and when you're listening to newscasts, for example, they are going to be talking about some of these words, and then if you already know, you're going to say, oh my gosh, I learned that with Fielding English at Fielding Learning Podcast, or I learned that with Maria, so I will be really grateful. I'll be really happy, if you just one word you have in your mind from this live today, okay? And remember, guys, it's about immersion, not perfection. I'll see you next time. Let me just go back over here, stop sharing. Also, let me go over here, stop sharing over here. So I will go back next time. We have a lot to cover, and we can talk about them, but actually will happen today. We can talk about it tomorrow, even if it is not a really good result, but it's fine, okay? And remember again, it's about immersion, not perfection. I'll see you next time. Take care.